This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the president and CEO of Alianza Minerals, Mr. Jason Weber. Jason, how are you today?
Gerardo, I'm doing well, and you?
I am well. Thank you for asking. We joked and talked a bit off air. I said we have some wonky markets. That was my nice non-vulgar word for you. But look, let's dig right into it. Alianza spent the first half of 2022 really setting up for what I believe is going to be an exciting second half, a second half that's met with a much better market in Q4. And, fortunately for you, you're starting here the month of August and ending the month of July with some drilling at your Klondike copper property in Colorado. You've mobilized the exploration team and the crews out there. So I want to talk about the target selection there. And then I really want to get into what the rest of the portfolio holds in the second half of 2022, because again I think there's going to be a lot to follow up on, and then we'll even talk M&A in the Kino area there. I think that's becoming an area of play that'll get more attention here in the second half. So a lot there. Let's start with Klondike.
Yeah, really excited to get going on to Klondike, and it's pretty amazing. A year ago, we basically put these projects into the portfolio, the Southwestern Colorado projects that are in the Copper Alliance with Cloudbreak Discovery. And a year later, we're now getting a drill onto site, testing three different target areas that we were able to generate some great surface samples from. I mean, I think every target had samples that were in excess of 1% copper, and that's highlighted by our Northeast Fault target, which is 4.6 meter chip sample that averaged 1.5% copper. So it'll be really exciting to get a drill on the ground, test these. The first phase program's slated for 5 holes, just around 1,000 meters of drilling, and give these initial targets a test and see where we go from there. But it's you got to remember these targets here that we're looking at haven't really been systematically explored for copper. So it's pretty well, as a geologist, it's a lot of fun to get out on the ground and take another look at these from the perspective of the copper exploration potential. And of course, the best way to do that is with the drill rig.
There's a lot of companies that aren't getting credit for not just, the non-core projects, but even the flagship projects right now, right? I look at Alianza's market cap and I have a list, right? I speak with CEOs every day, and obviously every CEO feels like they're not getting their just due in the current market. But we've seen enough of these cycles, Jason, to know that, you have to do two things during these markets. You have to position for better news flow, because markets turn and they turn quickly, and the last thing you want is to waste an opportunity to do quality exploration work because it takes you another 6 to 9 months to get up and running when that market finally turns. And the other companies are the companies that are getting the work done now to make sure they're positioned ahead of time. I love the way you've brought in properties, and I love the way you've kind of staggered the news flow to be very second half weighted. Let's talk a bit about the Alliance, because I mentioned that the flagship I don't think is even getting the credit it deserves. The Alliance that this exploration program falls under is absolutely not getting any getting any recognition or being given any credit by the market right now. Can you explain what that is and why that's important here moving forward?
Well, I think part of it is the fact that this, Southwest Colorado, we're working here. There is an active copper mine in the region, and we're exploring the same rocks. And in fact, one of the project's state line is right along trend, about 8 kilometers away from the mine. But it's not necessarily known as a copper district. It's known for things like uranium and vanadium and metals like that. So the Copper Alliance, taking a look at this in another light, I think is some people have, it's really opened their eyes and said, wow, this is a great opportunity. You're first movers in this area. And we've actually heard from other companies who were sort of turning to the area and said, you kind of beat us to it. but it takes a little bit of time for people to catch up. And of course, when you're not in a great market, that tends to be a slower process. So with these alliance targets, we just feel that it's a bit of a show me market. So the drilling is going to hopefully do that, and that will awaken people to the potential of the district, of the area, and then we'll maybe see that reflected in our market cap.
Let's talk the Yukon. Let's talk Kino. Let's talk consolidation. Thoughts on that and the recent activity, and then the activity that Alianza has here planned for the second half this year.
Yeah, of course, the activity you're referring to is the recent news that Hecla is taking out Alexco, who is the operator of the Kino Hill mine. So the core of the historic Kino Hill district that's been in operation, started over 100 years ago, is now falling, or now will fall under the Hecla umbrella, which I think is a great thing. You know, Hecla being, I think, the largest silver producer in the United States. It's great to have that behind the Kino Hill district. I think it allows perhaps the exploration teams on site there to be more aggressive, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them be more aggressive in the rest of the district itself. So I think that bodes well for the neighbors of the Kino Hill mines, like ourselves. And I think what it does is it probably shines a bit of a light for investors back on this district, and a positive light. So I think that bodes very well for us as well going forward. And, you know, we've got a great relationship with the Alexco team. They've done a phenomenal job on exploration up there. Some of the targets that they're testing and drilling, coming up with thousands of grams of silver over 8 meters, is a fantastic result. So I think now with Hecla, they're well capitalized. They're going to be better able to take advantage of the success of that exploration team as they develop the district.
Obviously, the more success within the district, the better the odds that consolidation happens, right? To that effort, how does the upcoming exploration plan look for that part of the world for Alianza?
Yeah, and so you're absolutely right in that, and I think that you know, with the way our program's laid out for this year, trying to get sort of the Alliance stuff out of the way earlier in the summer program, and then because we have the luxury of drilling late into the season at Haldane, we're probably looking at sometime in September for a startup on a program there. So of course that feeds well into it's hopefully a little less busy. Maybe the labs are starting to slow down at that point. Although this year the labs may not be as big of an issue as they have been in the past, just because I don't think there's as much exploration going on. But I think that really allows us to take advantage of some access to drill crews, that sort of thing that we'll get into the fall, and then hopefully a better market for silver exploration companies. And you know, we've released some phenomenal results from Haldane at the West Fault, and really not seen the appreciation in the market. And I think that's just largely because the silver market's been flat to down through that whole period, and there hasn't been a lot of excitement in it. So we're hoping this next set of drill results will be in a better market, and will continue to show the potential for the West Fault to become a significant silver deposit. And if everything come together nicely, I think it bodes really well for Alianza shareholders.
I agree. I've joked often that, you know, that great Warren Buffett line about buying winter coats in the summertime. There's a lot of winter coats available right now at bargain basement prices. I got to count Alianza among those. If you're looking for quality silver and copper exposure with a top-notch exploration team and a management team that cares about its shareholders, Alianza absolutely merits a look. I encourage everybody to go to the website and get a bit more familiar with the company. Anything to add to that, Jason?
I think that you're bang on, Gerardo. I think as we continue to conduct exploration here, of course, we've got the duality in our business model of the joint venture projects, other people spending money, like partners Allied. We also have Coeur spending money at Tim, which hopefully we'll see some more exploration work on this year as well. And then with Haldane, the wholly owned project that we can move forward ourselves, I think it gives us a real advantage, not just for news flow, but for numbers of discovery opportunities. And we continue to not only look for new projects to bring into the portfolio, but we're always in talks with trying to find the next partner to advance another set of projects along. And so we've been pretty active in that through this slow period in the market. So hopefully we'll see some fruit from that labor.
Fantastic. Jason, enjoy the rest of your summer. I'm looking forward to results from Klondike. I'm sure we'll be chatting here over the next couple of months. And then I'm looking forward to hopefully catching up with you at Beaver Creek, where I suspect we'll be slowly but surely headed towards a better market, and then headed into what I believe is going to be a spectacular fourth quarter, chock full of discoveries for a lot of companies, and a market that'll be way more receptive than the current one is. Thank you for your time today. I appreciate the update.
Thank you, Gerardo. Great to chat with you.
Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.